So, to make my documentary and to make my non-accusation but objective witness to self-biographical information internally and externally in Matthew Jason Baker's life, I face mostly individuals from a legal and or political stature who believe their ways and their considerations. You know, the system that let OJ profess on Twitter he did it, and still to this day not be deemed punishable. Quite funny, really. Hey, I've never been cheated on in a marital relationship of such high standings. Can't be certain as to what I would or wouldn't do, but based on how I've reacted in the past, I would just kill her with one word: goodbye. Which most of my girlfriends have become rather depressed from, because I have always been a very, very good boyfriend, despite tumultuous arguments in some of them. They knew I was the best thing they had ever had. So I, without having the principal focal goal being to hurt another, know that it doesn't make sense to waste my time being angry or to waste my time salvaging an unfaithful woman. I might stay silent and not take the relationship seriously for the long term, which is maybe not right to do. I might do so under a delusion that maybe, if it's early in the relationship and we haven't been too critical with each other yet, maybe it's just unfaithfulness of an early and abrupt stage in either our lives or relationship, and maybe I'll be able to be sound-minded with regaining trust in a longer-term inference under which we are committing with one another. What we have here now is relevant conversations under which rectify and analyze how and why we see so many eloquently powerful and rich people getting away with so many crimes. This is why we cast out the caste system of ancient India, which emanates to some degree today, nowhere near what it once did. But these systems have been implicative in ancient societies for quite some time. Equal opportunity, on paper liberation agenda of a modern day super powerful implicating its force with the greatest army this planet has ever seen. Maybe we don't look any more diluted, or just as diluted, I mean to say, as sort of, maybe people influencing themselves as poorly treated with omnipotent entertainment industry wealth, in a position under which we rationalize on paper why inferencing the past is not as constructive as it once was, principalized by our common current day motive, initiative, and PC standards of those prior to society. But to make a long story short, in dealing with a world that tries to break me down for not having proper evidence or proper due reason to highlight my lifestyle as serf-like in relation to the inquisitions of being protected by security variables ingratiated by my consumption and taxation and everyday work, well as being a family member, a life form under which has and is valuable to society in terms of everything I was born into, which is, this five-arm or five-finger, two-arm Homo sapien world where they don't capitally punish things that they feel need to be aborted. We're not some Spartan society which figures out if a kid's been mutated and throw it off a cliff. Neither should you be like, well, he's on disabilities, give him COVID and then some cyanide, we'll blame it on the COVID and we'll get him out of here. Not to say that's what's going on, but it's rather unique how the caste system of modern day America is relatively in our face, yet relatively out of place. Perpetuating the significance of your product to sell is critical for businesses on a corporate level trying to dominate the world. And through this documentary, I will prove to the globe whether or not I can follow a due process under which prosecutes omnipotent amounts of attempted murders and illegal actions against me, principalized by lie detection and a real-world context of if X, Y, and Z existed, how did they not B, C, D, the circumstance, sort of as a quick derivative, general blanketed statement as to how clearly, obviously, honest and discernibly unjust the circumstances have become. But retroactively, taking part in this documentary has been an enlightening experience in my life. It's crazy or long, but it's sort of manifested itself through such real circumstance. I couldn't have possibly pre-planned it. But, I don't know. We'll see where this all goes. But I am fully and capably feeling optimistic about my ability to prove what is true, what is false in the everyday life of an American society in 2020. And the last 10 years, and even before,